Now, the good news is, as soon as we bring consciousness to our coping, it shifts the energy of what's happening. As soon as there's awareness, because our greatest power is in our presence, is in that source intelligence that has the power to move us from unconscious to conscious. And once we tap into that, once we bring consciousness to what's happening, slowly but surely, as we do the work to keep uncovering that, that intelligence has the ability to bring us into alignment if we will let it. And that includes seeing hard things about ourselves, things that are uncomfortable to look at, seeing hard things about our life and things that have been painful that maybe is hard to admit that those things were painful, or we might feel like, why do we need to look at that? Why do we need to bring up old things? But the reality is that without awareness, we're covering up the connection of what's really happening, that connection to presence. And we cut ourselves off from that innate intelligence that does have the power to heal whatever has happened. And the beautiful thing that happens from that is that the more we're able to engage with ourselves in that way, the more we find the ability and understanding that this is what it is to be human. And we don't have to be angry about it. We don't have to blame anybody. There's actually, underneath all of the stuff we're afraid to look at, there is this love that is so expansive that it allows us to hold everything we've experienced and feel in a very physical, embodied way. There's room for this too. There's room for all of this as part of this human journey. And we become more compassionate and more accepting of our shared humanity. And we feel more connected to every other being on the planet with love and forgiveness and empathy and understanding and a depth, because we've allowed ourselves to feel the pain of being human, which allows us to then feel the joy and the beauty of being human. So how do we uncover our blocks? Through presence and through the body. And we call that consciousness. Becoming more conscious equals becoming more aware. And when we're aware, it means we've removed all of the clutter and we've made a conscious connection back to that higher self, that connection to the divine, the awareness of what's really happening, the watcher. So you're going to start using your body as your compass, because your body is your source of awareness. It's a much more unfiltered, more pure source of awareness than your mind is, okay? Your mind is constantly working to protect you from pain, to protect you from feeling uncomfortable, from feeling insecure. That's what your brain is doing all the time. It's wired for survival, which is really great because here you are surviving, you're alive. So it's doing its job. Yay. But from a spiritual standpoint, your mind is what is creating so much, most of the disconnection between you and your higher self. So what we learn to shift into as we start to live more aware and awake is being able to connect and know through your body. You're going to let your body become a compass. And you're going to let your body show you what's happening, because you're going to pay attention to where you feel tension. You're going to pay attention to when you feel stressed and how your body is signaling to you that you feel stressed or dysregulated, where your body holds judgment or a feeling of judging and closing the heart. All of those things happen in a really embodied way. And before you know that you're doing that in your head, you'll know that you're doing it in your body if you start to pay attention.